Today I'm going to compare the DJI Mic Mini to the Mic 3 because there's a huge price difference, and I want to see if I bought the Mic 3 just to be fancy or if there really is a noticeable difference. There's a lot more features on the Mic 3. I'm going to play back to back with the Mic Mini and the Mic 3 right in front of the guitar sound hole. And if you're watching this, you already heard that I'm switching my voice back and forth between the mics on my shirt. Now I'm going to play with the mics magnetized to the guitar, which is a pretty cool thing you can do with these things. So now I'm going to see how they each sound when I'm holding them directionally towards where I'm speaking, because if they're on your shirt, it's going to be just naturally a little more muffled because they're not pointed to where you are actually projecting. Whoa, whoa. So both of these mics have 100 hertz low cut on them right now, and I could take that off and it would drop it down to 20 naturally. But I found for talking and recording an acoustic guitar, 100 hertz cut on a microphone like this is probably going to be the most ideal. It's probably going to give us a way better result. Now I need to listen to how these actually sound, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts. Alright, so after editing this video, I've got a pretty solid opinion on the pros and cons for the DJI Mic 3 versus the Mic Mini. Because you're spending a lot more for the Mic 3, so I want to make sure that I can actually find a major difference in the sound quality. Because while the Mic 3 has a bunch of extra features where you can like EQ it to make it more rich, bright, or flat, they also enable you to record straight onto this little device. So you could record remotely with one of these things without having to plug into your smartphone or another device. And the DJI Mic Mini has two levels of noise cancellation. One which is the basic level and then one that's stronger. And the Mic 3 has that too, except you're able to shut off the noise filter. So if you're recording an acoustic instrument and you want to get all the sustain out of it, you might want to experiment with shutting off the noise filter. You can also hook up to 4 of these things running at the same time. So maybe if you have a panel of people on a stage, this would be super legit to pop one of these on each person. Or if you wanted to try some crazy 3D recording, or 2 musicians with a vocal and an instrument. Anyways, the tech's very cool on it. But without getting too off track here, the Mic Mini still sounds incredibly good for how cheap it is. If you're just starting up a content channel, I've already been using one for the past year and a half now, because I had tried some cheap Temu one. There was nothing good about it. I just threw it out. I didn't even try to return it. And the DJI Mic Mini was incredible sounding to me right out of the box. Like, it captured my voice so well with such little effort. But the main drawback I found is you can hit it a little bit too hard with the volume, and it can get kind of harsh. Sometimes I found that to introduce a little bit too much noise into the sound recording. I don't know if that's compensating for being like set up here on my shirt, and so it's trying to like boost the level. I'm not really sure how it works exactly, but all I can tell you is when I use this one, I don't get that same harshness. I feel like if you really crank up the volume on a recording, the DJI Mic 3 is gonna have just a little bit less noise to it. Maybe a lot less noise to it. It does record in 32 floating bit, by the way. So essentially, if you took it and you stretched out the waveform, it would sound pretty decent as you slowed it down because there's more bits that you could stretch out. If you stretch out the DJI Mic Mini, it's gonna start to sound really granulated right away because there's just less information within the space it's recording. By the way, if you feel like buying one of these mics, please use my Amazon link up above or in the description. I may earn a commission and help support the channel. Thank you. If you're someone who makes content for fun and really don't want to spend too much money, I highly recommend just the regular DJI Mini. For what it is, I think that it's an incredible product because before microphones like this existed, it was always quite a task to just set up the sound so it sounded good when I'm doing talking videos. But because I do have a growing YouTube channel, thanks to y'all, I'm trying to get the highest fidelity out of the mics that I can, so I went for the DJI 3. Drop a comment below if there's something you want to know. Thank you so much for watching this video and have a beautiful day, yo.